You think that?
I think, but I'm not sure. But we're going to hope for the best. So, do you want to say hello, Cory?
Hello, Cory. No, total dad joke. Hey, welcome everybody. We are going live here at CSUN 2025. Today's Wednesday, March 11th? No, 12th? 12th.
Yeah.
March 12th.
Yep.
We should be having a Tech Connect Live tomorrow, but we're not going to be because we are out here in California. Actually, we are flying home tomorrow morning. So instead of doing a live show tomorrow, we thought we would hop on again today and go live. And I know you don't want to just hear from Luke and I, so we thought that we would bring on a special guest.
We had to bring in the pros.
We really did.
Yep.
We needed this live stream needed a facelift, which is why we brought Joe on.
The whole channel could do with a facelift.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah. So here he is, Joe Jorgensen.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have our sound effects. I feel weird.
No, you can do them live though.
Usually I'd be. Okay. I'll do it. No, that wasn't very good. All right.
So we did talk with Joe yesterday, of course, on the live stream, and that was a brief conversation. And we also recorded some footage with you today for our produced video, which we'll be releasing in a few weeks' time. But for those who didn't catch those, Joe, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I spent 10 years in the blind rehab sector doing a lot of stuff. AT, now I make my own assistive tech under the Accessibyte brand.
This guy is a coding genius.
He
said, when we went to his table, he said, basically, nobody sold what I wanted in terms of my display, so I just coded something and put it all together.
Made my own.
Yeah, and he had this whole presentation on these iPads. So much better than anything Cory or I could ever do.
It was
that's
pretty,
for sure.
But it is total developer well, you know what? If it doesn't exist, I'm just gonna make it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah. So Joe, first CSUN?
It is my first CSUN, yeah.
Period. We know you have a table in the exhibit hall, which we'll get to in a little bit. But is this your first time coming? Period. You've never. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was set up to come last year, but I ended up getting really sick 2 days before.
Oh, is this the Bubble Boy effect that we've heard about?
Yeah, can you tell us about the Bubble Boy, Joe? We heard
Peter
about this today.
Yeah, so you were going to come. Did you have a table and everything as well, or were you just... okay.
Yeah, so there's a big plug to pull. But...
That stinks. Well, when you're sick, what are you going to do? But...
Yeah.
So
just from the chat, sorry, we do have Carrie from Carry On Accessibility. So welcome, Carrie. Thank you for joining us yet again.
Yeah.
Probably our most dedicated CSUN viewer.
Yeah, she's not able to drive us today. She was driving us yesterday around.
Not literally in a vehicle.
No.
Although that would have been nice.
That would be cool.
In one way.
She was on our live stream and telling us who to go talk to.
Wow.
So we just she was remote control driving us. That's
cool.
really what it came down to.
Oh no, you'll never guess what Carrie says. Just FYI, you are sideways, but the sound is good. All
right, well, we should.
Should we lean to the left or the right?
How are you? Oh, so obviously I won't let you go on landscape.
I'm gonna try and change this.
Okay. You got your phone rotation locked.
Yeah. Okay, get ready. Everybody.
Oh, you know what? My phone rotation is locked, but that
you're kidding.
But that should. Well, maybe that does it. Maybe it won't flip it then.
Okay, let's see what happens if I press. Oh no, this is the wrong camera. Now everyone's getting a close up of my face.
Wow, we have literally just lost all of our viewers.
Sorry, everybody.
If you need to turn off.
I did.
Okay,
see
good.
If that changes anything. No. Well, we're rolling with it. Turn your head sideways.
Yeah, I recommend.
Right.
So either we can all turn ourselves sideways, or you, kind viewer, turn yourself
I would
sideways.
ask them to.
That's what I'm going to say.
They can flip their device.
Oh, that's a good point. Flip your device. Well, what if it's a PC though? Do you have to flip
your
monitor?
Yeah, flip your whole monitor.
That's between them and Dell.
If you're a true fan.
We have some very interesting things in the chat here.
Oh, okay.
The eSight guy says, love your videos. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, eSight guy.
eSight guy also says, I am an eSight user. Which, from the name...
I mean, I hate to be obvious here, but if I had to guess what wearable you use, I would have probably guessed eSight.
No, Iris Vision?
No, he would have been the Iris Vision guy.
That's a good one. eSight guy, I believe I have seen some of your videos on the eSight. So thank you for joining us. Very much appreciated. Now, Police Academy says,
great movie.
Don't move. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a play off of the Police?
Are we under arrest? I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kelvin Jackson says, my noodle's gone, and then follows up with, they gone.
Wow.
Okay.
I recommend. I wonder if Police Academy can help you find your lost noodles.
Yes.
We should weigh in on what your socks say.
Oh, I'm not sure they can see my socks. Thankfully, they can't smell them either. 'Cause they're quite bad at this point. Heartbeat here says, hi. Carrie says, it's because it's a mobile live, but no worries, I'll flip my monitor.
Wow.
Thank you, Carrie.
So
dedication.
I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but we went live today on a mobile phone. In
I was
landscape.
doing, no, I think I was doing portrait actually.
Did you end up doing portrait?
Yeah. But yesterday we were landscape.
I don't know what to tell you, my man.
Maybe it was sideways then too.
That's all right.
Yeah, but yeah.
Or upside down.
Yeah, upside down, left. Who knows? Who knows?
You know,
Anyways, what's the point here? The point is, this is Joe's first season, and we wanted to connect with him and get feedback on what he thought of the show, and also give our feedback because it is the end for us, Cory. Because, like you said, we are going.
I mean, not the the
not
end.
not the end.
Yes,
that would be that.
Like,
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you, Joe. We're
Wow, this
Yeah.
is
the
dark.
end for us.
We're live streaming for a reason.
This is my live
We
stream
thought
now.
about who we wanted to be on our last stream, and Joe was the first one. Like, in our families, no. Best friends, no. We wanted
I
Joe.
feel like we need a trigger warning for this show at this point. This is getting dark. But anyway, so the point is that Cory and I are going home tomorrow. Joe, I assume that you're staying until Friday?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so it's not going to be over for Joe. But yeah, we just thought we'd wrap up our opinions on the show. And Cory, certainly have something to say.
Well, I'm curious. So we've never. Luke and I have been to CSUN a handful of times,
Yes.
or more at this point, but never from an exhibitor. So I'm curious, what has your experience been on the exhibit floor? What tons of people coming through? What's been your experience?
Yeah, definitely tons of people. It's great because you meet like a huge variety of people, but it's also exhausting.
Yes.
Like I'm so tired at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, like every individual conversation is great, but when you add them all up over the day, and it's like a lot of stimulation in that place. It's like hearing it and
It's a lot. Yeah, for those who haven't been to a show like this, it's like very noisy, a lot of people. There's a lot going on, and like you say, just having to talk all day. And now we've got you here to talk even more. But having to talk all day and having the same conversations over and over again with people. I mean, it is super exhausting.
It is. It's not to say it's bad conversation by any means. It's tiring.
Yeah, it is timing. Yeah, so you've got another full day tomorrow.
And on a full day tomorrow and a part day on Friday.
Okay.
But,
Do you have anyone? So we stopped by your table, but you weren't there.
Yeah.
And there was a very nice lady there. So you've got somebody to give you a little break, or was this just a random person?
No,
Did you know? That was good.
No, that's Christine.
Okay.
She's running the table with me.
Okay, I wanted to make sure you knew that there was a person behind. You did.
Yeah, I'm glad I get the heads up. Who was this?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're actually not supposed to leave the table like unattended.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah,
That probably looks bad from a
I get it.
conference. Like they want you
For
there
sure.
talking, but
In your case, though, your technology is actually tied or locked down to the table. So even if you weren't there, nobody would be running off with your.
It's locked down, but like subtly. So I'd like to.
Yeah, nobody would notice. I saw the cables yesterday because you pointed them out.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody would have noticed otherwise. So Joe, did you have a chance to walk around the show floor yourself? I mean, you've been in the field for a long time. Did you have a chance to look at the latest technology?
Like very briefly.
Oh,
I got
okay.
a chance to like literally walk through and like just check things out, which was great. You know, also, part of that's like stretching my legs,
Yes.
and then the other part is taking it all in. But I didn't have a chance to like really sit down and talk to too many people. But you do get to talk to some of your neighbors at the different booths. And whatnot.
Yeah. Who were your neighbors? I forget who was next to you.
Oh wow. I don't know the name, but it was like a smart oven.
Oh, we
didn't
meant to
get
go see them.
It was like a
Brava.
Bravia or Brava or something. Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We wanted to check that out.
Yeah, and then across the way, it looks like I don't know the name there either.
You had a Giga right not too far from you because
Yeah.
we did when I was wearing the EchoVision glasses, it was saying that across from you there's a sign that says Accessibyte. So you weren't too far away from the Giga guys.
Yeah. A lot of people like around the corner, talk to people that I know here, I've known for a long time.
Sure.
That's kinda nice.
Yeah, the Giga, by the way, for those people who wanted a demo of the Echo, are they called the EchoVision? Or
It's either EchoVision or Echo Glasses.
Yeah.
I think EchoVision, but
but either way, for those who wanted a demo of those, we did shoot some footage today. and that will be part of a produced video. But we didn't shoot footage of the Echo glasses actually, and that's because in 2 weeks' time we're hoping to have them on the show. So that'll be on the live show. That should be 2 Thursdays from tomorrow. And we go out at 11 a.m. Central, and we should be talking to probably Hwasong and maybe somebody else from
I don't
AGIGA.
remember the
lady's
woman's name. I don't
Yeah.
remember her name. But we figured that doing on a Tech Connect Live would be better. They were having internet issues, which I got to imagine for any company whose tech is based off of an active internet connection, this is a nightmare.
Oh yeah, that's so
and,
hard.
Yeah, and just demos in general always, it seems like any tech, that's always when the tech problems happen. But we figured that having them on a Tech Connect Live would make the most sense. We can actually get a demo that you could hear and all that good stuff. So yeah, that'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow. We'll be doing that.
Yeah, but we did get some footage of the new WeWalk cane. This is WeWalk 2. It's a new and improved smart cane, and it was looking pretty smooth, a lot sleeker than their previous model.
Yeah, I was impressed with that. The price always gets me though. Just the thought of dropping $850 on something.
Is that how much it was?
Yeah, it was $850.
Wow, okay.
I think last year the WeWalk one, not last year, the WeWalk one I think was $650, but this was either $800 or $850. I can't remember, but that's a lot of dough for a cane. I mean, I know it's offering a lot, but I don't know. I was impressed with the new design, so I thought that was great.
So this is a smart cane. It has obstacle detection. They have a speaker in the top that I assume says things. What's a speaker for?
Well, it does do audio. No, because they have their it pairs with an app, so you can get turn-by-turn instructions.
That's right,
so you can get that audio coming through the handle instead.
But the main thing that was different about it, I think, was really the design. It's a lot sleeker now, a lot less chunky on the top. So that'll be cool. What else did we see? We spoke to Joe, of course. So we will be seeing a little bit about Accessibyte in our produced video. Who else did we see?
Irie AT had two cool ones.
yes.
They had the mirror tab. So that was like a 17.5-inch video magnifier that had both distance and a near camera.
Yes.
But you had the ability to connect any HDMI input into it, which was very cool. But when you use an Android phone connected, not only did it display the Android phone on the big 17-inch screen, but you actually could interact. Anything you touched on that big screen would then activate it on your actual phone. So you could, rather than people having to put their phone under their video magnifier, it literally just turned your phone into a ginormous 18-inch.
Almost 18-inch. So I did try that for myself today, and the touchscreen was not super responsive, sadly. So that would be my only proviso. I think I need to get more hands on with it.
I
don't think it's officially released yet, though. So who knows?
No, I don't think so. I wonder if it's just a delay or a touch sensitivity issue. I'd be curious to see what some of that, what that is. But it definitely was probably, in my mind, was probably one of the new cooler devices.
For sure,
Something different.
I liked it a lot. Probably my device of the show so far.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It was just, it was unique. It was a CCTV, but it also had other functionality which other CCTVs don't have. So I like seeing things which are, unique, which are trying something different, and that's exactly what this was. So it was just like thinking a little bit outside of the box. And you don't often see that with CCTVs these days. I mean, they tend to be kind of, par for the course. You've seen one, you've seen all of them.
I mean, that's the problem. Like at this point, they're so mature. Like it's got to be hard to think of what is the next thing. I mean, outside of AI,
It's
which
gotta be
seems
AI,
to be
right?
like the go-to, but
Harvey,
what else can you do?
Sorry, from the chat, Harvey says, I love my smart cane too. Harvey, what kind of smart cane do you have? Do you have the WeWalk original? You can let us know. Carrie says, does it work with TalkBack? I would assume yes, but I didn't test it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is. I would assume so too, because to me it seemed like it was past. Well, yeah, I don't know. That's a great question.
And Carrie also asked if a wireless HDMI dongle would work. I don't know you'd be able to do the touchscreen side of things there. You could transmit the image, no doubt, but would you be able to manipulate it?
Yeah, we were talking that it would be cool, like just to throw in a Fire Stick, and now you've got yourself a pretty cool portable. If you're already carrying this device to a hotel or somewhere, or whatever, or even just on your desk, being able to have a quick way to have a Fire Stick in and watch content would be really cool.
Yeah,
too.
smaller TV, get real close to it. You know, it could do the job nicely. Joe, you before you did Accessibyte, you worked at the VA.
Yep.
Heinz VA.
Yes.
In Chicago, Illinois. And it's one of the 13 blind rehabilitation centers.
I think it's 12, 13,
12,
14.
13, yeah. So they presumably you were doing a lot of work with visually impaired clients there. Now, what was your role at the VA?
I started off doing orientation mobility. Some cane stuff.
Okay.
Moved over to doing like living skills, things in the kitchen.
Sure.
And then ultimately assisted tech.
Are you a comms? Do you have an O&M?
Yeah, comms, CVRT, and CADIS.
Are you currently looking for a job? Vision Forward for 2 years. We've now been looking for a comms.
Oh,
yeah. It's quite a commute.
It would be, but you know,
it would be terrible.
we could interview you live on air.
Yeah, we could.
But like
What
it
do
or
you
not,
see?
we should do that.
Tell me, what is your biggest weakness?
The fact that I have no weakness.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I work too hard.
That actually might be true, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, anyone else that is watching this, if you're interested in mobility, come and join the Vision Forward team. We need you.
I didn't realize you were so qualified, Joe.
I
I'm very
did, yeah.
impressed.
I'm overqualified.
You are overqualified for life. I'm planning on doing some O&M training. If you have any tips or tricks that you could let me know.
Don't get people hit by a car.
No, that's true.
That would be my biggest tip.
Yeah.
If I had a tip, yeah.
Well, one thing that might help with that, Cory, is the Glidance, which we saw at the show. Did you happen to see the Glidance, Joe?
I did see that.
Okay, so this is an autonomous guiding robot that everything seems to have AI in it, and I'm gonna say AI in inverted commas because it's just a buzzword that everybody's throwing in. So
yeah, I mean, I think that when you, like the Glide from Glidance, obviously its AI is significantly different than like Copilot or Gemini or you know what I mean. So I think AI is such a huge
yeah.
But I thought so last year was the first year we saw Glide from Glidance.
Yeah.
And I had a demo, and when it was over, I was like, "Oh my god, that was really cool. This is pretty crazy. This works great." Well, then I found out right after that the guy was driving it with a remote control in his pocket. Yeah.
I saw the video of you doing
it. Yeah. He was driving it.
What?
Now, so that was I was sort of like, "Oh, I'm bummed." Now, it was very, very, very new. So this year it is fully autonomous at this point. It is not. They weren't driving it whatsoever. So a year has gone by and they have done significant work on the software. So I will say it was interesting doing a demo today. And Luke, you had kind of pointed out too, like that first half of the walk. It was almost like I think people would have been like, "Dude, that guy's drunk."
Yes.
Like I was just all over the place, and but then on the way back, it was a significantly closer straight shot, like way less moving and grooving.
The initial walking, I don't think you weren't. Because it was a new experience for you, and so it's hard for you to stay straight. And the Glidance device would stop you if you're going to crash into anything, but you couldn't really tell if you were going in a straight line or not.
Yes, and you're right. I think it was probably a lot of my fault, you're right. It was me not keeping a straight line, which was sort of in some ways, being a past dog guide user, having this like walking with it. I think I just assumed it would keep a straight line because that's what I was used to from a dog. Yeah. So you're right. I think that is probably why it was more kind of all over the place.
How did it feel? Is it like propelling you, or are you pushing against it?
You propel it.
Okay.
But so what it will do is it will turn right or left, and it'll stop.
Okay.
And so. You get to dictate, how fast you're walking and all that kind of stuff. So as I was doing it, he walked in front of me, Luke from Glidance, and it stopped, a good foot and a half or so away from him. As I was walking back, there was some people kind of standing in the middle of the pathway talking, and it kind of just went around to the left of them, and so I just followed it around, and then it kind of brought itself back then too. So it felt it was interesting.
Yeah.
It felt a lot, and I shouldn't say a lot. Like it felt like a dog guide, but not.
Huh.
Now, don't give too much away because this will be part of our producer
Yeah.
video as well. So, yes, people will be able to check out the footage when we release that.
Yeah.
As an O&M instructor, past O&M instructor, any thoughts about the Glidance?
I don't have like hands-on thoughts, but I will say I saw people using that thing all day. It looked cool.
It was very busy all the time.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
I
was
think
very busy.
there is a desire for that. So, Carrie here says, ha 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 ha, I love that Cory. Now, I don't know if she means I love that Cory, as in that Cory over there.
Sure.
She loves that
I
Cory.
love that Cory. That sounds like a TV show.
Yeah, it's like a little sitcom.
Well, that's the question. Like, should there be a comma after the that? I love that comma.
No,
Cory, or is it just I love that Cory?
I think it's I love that, comma, Cory.
I like that it's open to the interpretation.
Yeah, and anybody can decide whatever
Yeah.
they want. Carrie, also something for you, Joe.
Oh wow.
Carrie says, huge props to Accessibyte. My son and I use Typeo and love it. I just wish we could make custom lessons for typing. That would be so awesome. Follows up with, would be awesome for like flashcards, like math facts, or practicing spelling words, memorization, etc.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad that you like Typeo. With the school edition, which you can use at home, you can do almost all of that. You can create custom lessons. There's a math app called Math Cards. It's in the works. About to come out. There's Quick Cards, which is flashcards, about to get a big update too. But
Very nice.
not to be pushing all that.
No, you should. That's why you're here.
So Accessibyte.com for those
Accessibyte.com.
Now we should probably spell Accessibyte, right?
Yeah, we should. Don't ask me to do it. So.
Okay.
It's like accessible, but BYTE.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the word accessible, ACCESSI, and then BYTE.
Yes.
There you go.
.com. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else did we see? Anything cool? I mean, for the most part, the camera. I'll talk briefly about the camera, the Irie camera. It was called something Duo. What was it
Coast.
called? Coast Duo. Yeah, very
Camera
light.
on a stick.
Camera on a stick, yeah, very lightweight document camera, similar in functionality to something like the MagnaLink S or the Transformer from Enhanced Vision, but it was way like smaller and sleeker, and it seemed to have similar functionality, although we didn't see any OCR, so I'm not sure it does OCR, Cory, but we had magnification.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, we had magnification, we had distance magnification, close-up magnification, different colors, contrast adjustment, the ability to save pictures, the ability to shoot video, and it was connected via USB-C to an iPad. So you could use the iPad and the touch screen to control what we were doing with the camera. The lady who was helping us had only been working there for 2 weeks.
2 months, yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
And she wasn't 100% sure about whether it could be connected to a PC, but she thought it could. So I think we need to do a little bit more investigation into that, Cory. But yeah, it seemed like a really neat device.
Yeah, it seemed light. I think it was, without the stand, it was less than a pound or something
Wow.
like
Yeah,
that. So it was
lightweight.
pretty light, yeah.
So, general thoughts about the conference, Joe, first of all.
I think it's great. I think it's really cool seeing people that you bump into all the time, and people that you don't. You get to see all the like vloggers and guys like yourself. Like I think yesterday, here's what was cool for me: walking up on you guys outside, like doing your thing. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's it's kind of weird. Like the first year that we did this, I felt like very what's the word? Self-conscious.
Sure.
About going around like doing the live streaming stuff, because it is a little bit strange. Because you're kind of like a little bit dissociated from what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
But this year I feel really good about it.
Even doing the interviews can sometimes be a little,
It can be,
you don't know exactly what you're getting into.
Right.
But it does seem, every year we come, it seems to get smoother. So
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing you guys do your stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a good one this year for us, I would say. I think we've had a good time. We've seen some cool stuff.
You know what the big one for tomorrow probably is, though?
Oh, what's
Stevie Wonder will probably be here tomorrow.
He probably will be tomorrow,
I believe he usually comes on Thursdays, and he comes around the
right.
exhibit hall.
Yep.
So
maybe
you may
I heard
get
that
a
too.
chance to hang out with Stevie.
I thought that was like an urban legend.
Oh, no,
He's
it's
usually
true.
got a little entourage with him.
Wow,
And
it's
then,
real.
he loves it if you say, hey, can we sing a duet together? He loves that.
Oh, I guarantee you that's not true.
Just kidding, I'm pretty sure he doesn't like that.
I'm sure he
He's
would
like,
not.
Stevie, I happen to have a piano here. Do you mind playing for us? And,
And then he hears me sing. He's like, oh, man, this got worse.
I wish I was deaf.
Are you a Stevie Wonder fan?
I'm not super familiar with Stevie Wonder outside of like the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me neither. Cory?
Yeah, I mean there's some great Superstitious is Superstition is a great song.
Okay,
about it.
yeah.
I mean, Stevie Wonder is one of those guys that you, even if you don't like listen to him, I guarantee if you heard if somebody played a bunch of songs, you'd be like, oh, that's Stevie Wonder, that's Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how many hits he had.
Mm-hmm. And he loves his technology, which is why he's here every year.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's cool.
Yeah. So yes, anybody who is watching this and is here, well, that would be weird because why would you watch this if you're at the conference?
Maybe they like us so much they're trying to. Maybe they're looking at the hotel room right now, trying to decipher what room we're in, so that they can come and
that sounds scary.
Yeah, single white female us or whatever. Isn't that wait? What was?
I have no idea.
No, Sleeping with the Enemy. That's the movie I'm thinking.
You can only see so much though, so maybe they're watching to get a nice little recap of what they missed.
Yes, that's very true. So if you do happen to be here, Stevie Wonder should be on the show floor tomorrow, but we will not be here, so we're gonna miss it. However, Joe will be here, and so he will be able to chat with Stevie, and he's gonna film the whole thing and put it on our YouTube.
You guys did say it was the end for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is my live stream now.
Yeah, it's your live stream now. Yeah,
Stevie, it's the end for us. Please come on our show.
Carrie asked what was at the LG table. I'm afraid to say that we don't know because we did not visit it.
I didn't see
I
that.
saw it.
Yeah.
I saw part of it.
Yeah. And?
So I did see they had TVs on display and they were showing the color contrast options.
Okay.
And that's all I saw because I was just walking by. There's definitely more.
I would have to assume that their LG TVs had screen readers built in as well. Probably.
Yes.
I'd be
Mine
shocked
does.
if they didn't.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, does. Okay.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they didn't.
Quick quiz. Do we know what LG stands for?
Life's good.
Correct.
Is that true?
Impressive. That is true.
It is.
Oh, I never knew that.
And my TV says it every time I turn it on.
Oh,
It shows it on the
there you go.
screen.
I
There
never
you go.
knew that.
So be a big LG fan, if
Okay,
you
I
get some
He
Accessibyte
knows the whole.
sponsorship.
There you go. I like it.
But yes, so Sony was there also, which we'll briefly mention. They did have some accessible and accessible adjacent stuff as well. So they were showing off some accessibility on the PlayStation 5. They were showing off some televisions also with accessibility built in. We did also see some headphones which do not, some in-ear headphones which don't block your ear canals. And so you can still kind of keep a listen out for the
physically don't, rather than like the transparency mode of like AirPods from Apple. This literally was like a round thing that went in your ear first, and then you put it. It was interesting.
It's like a secret, like a special agent.
Exactly.
Yeah, weird.
Exactly,
yeah.
Is that the Sony booth?
At the Sony booth,
I wanna
it's
check that out.
the opposite side from where you are, so that's where the Sony booth is. They have quite a big booth though. What else do they have? A robot dog companion?
They did. They had the kiosk that I was confused about at first. They were. He was telling us about the accessible kiosk and how it had audio and stuff, and then he said it had 5 Bluetooth speakers, and I thought to myself, why does this thing need 5 Bluetooth speakers? Well, I realized it was a kiosk selling Bluetooth speakers, and that was what. So you could hit a button and learn about there was audio description of the speaker. And I was like, what kiosk needs 5 Bluetooth? I was at first.
Yeah.
I was like,
It surrounds me.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what I mean.
Yeah. So they had they brailled it, but also when you listened to the samples of the speaker, each speaker had a button, and you could listen to how it sounded. And during the sample playback of the music, it would tell you the model of the speaker and then some of the features of the
Yeah, it was
speaker.
kind of cool. I liked
Yeah.
it. It was interesting.
Yeah, so they said they had those in a number of Best Buys, and at the moment it's just that kiosk that they have that's accessible, but they are looking to make other ones accessible as well. So, Carrie asked if there was anything else that's new, and honestly...
Well, there was
NAVIS.
NAVIS. Is that NAVIS? NAVIS, however it's pronounced. It was a... I didn't get to ask him if it was iPhone only or if it was both iPhone and Android, but it was basically a GPS solution that was AI powered.
Yes,
Funny.
Of course.
But basically a single button where you just do everything via voice. It didn't work. I don't think it was their fault. We asked it about a pizza place close by, and then it couldn't find something. But it may have just been where we were inside there. But it was interesting in the fact that it was a simple interface. But I definitely we got our name on to do some beta testing. So I'm curious what that's.
Yeah, but overall there was not too much that I was completely blown away by.
Except
Except the duo, the mirror duo, yeah.
No,
no,
except
Oh,
right?
except the Accessibyte. I'm so
Dude,
sorry.
he totally set you up on that one.
I got denied twice.
Yeah, he
I just
really-
got to accept it at this point. I didn't blow anybody away.
Can we go back and edit this, Jonathan? Can we,
Yeah, we edit the
This
live
is where I
stream.
grow.
Yeah.
Accessibyte, it blew my brain so much
Yeah.
that I forgot to say that it blew.
That's why it's the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
after seeing Typio and
Yeah.
Typio Pro
Yeah.
and all
What
that,
else to
we're
go?
like, there's no reason, there's nothing else to see.
Exactly.
We have hit the apex of assistive
I like to think if
technology.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm at the very other end of the spectrum there, like the beginning side.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there was, I don't know, it always seems to be incremental changes, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
so it's cool seeing some of the new tools, but all in all, incremental changes. Now, next year, Cory, maybe some more AI integrated stuff. Maybe Typio will finally release its AI integrated system, Joe. Who knows?
I don't
That'll
think
do the
so.
typing
No.
for that'll do
No.
the typing for
That'll
you.
do the typing for
Yeah.
you. Just be like, forget typing, just talk to the AI.
Yeah, just
It's
tell them
fine.
to complete
It'll
typing
create
lesson
all
for
the
you.
Yeah.
content for you. You never
Exactly.
need to
Create
type
Oh,
it.
yeah, content creation, sure, that's
Yeah.
always a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so who knows, we might see more of that. But for now, I think we've mentioned all the cool stuff. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
I think it's cool to see you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on, Joe.
We do.
Every year we come out, it's fun. It was a good time. And
Yeah.
to be honest, we are going to be heading out very shortly for tacos
Oh, yeah.
at a restaurant that we go to 3 years running now. Last year, I think it was last year or the year before, we went twice.
Yep, it's called Questo, and it's
Questo.
amazing.
Yeah, great margaritas and insanely good tacos.
So all I can say is forget you guys, we gotta go get
We're
tacos.
out of here.
It's
Taco
taco
time.
time.
Yeah. All right, thanks everybody, and we shall see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
You have to wait because it's gonna take a while to.
That's right. Bye. Bye.